never look ashamed when I rap. Like my great granddaddy didn't take a ghetto. I don't give a praise God, I can see the light. Everybody talk about race this, race that. I wish I could erase that, face facts. Everybody people, everybody bleed, everybody needs some. Everybody love, everybody know how it go. Everybody people, everybody bleed, everybody needs some. Everybody love, everybody know. Okay, I was gone for a minute, but I'm back now.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's NFC Divisional Round matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
No, Jack, Patriot! All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formation. Line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, third and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school smash mouth football. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Now they try the right side here. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Out of the gun now on third down. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And now this offensive unit, we get a look at their starters. They put up good numbers last week, looking to carry that forward.
Yeah, Brandon, they saw the numbers from last week. They expect to at least replicate them. They think that they can put up bigger numbers this week. They are a confident bunch.
Being chased out left. And this one's incomplete. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down. And let's get a look at the Green Bay defense.
Clinton Dix has always had excellent ball skills as a free safety coming out of Alabama, but where I think he's made his best improvement as a run defender. Takes better angles to the ball, tackles better, but has not lost those ball skills that I talked about. 5 interceptions in 2016 and went to his first Pro Bowl in his hometown of Orlando.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will first before he's brought down 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on down.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool him with running plays.
This is turning into a bit of a death march here, the 13th play of this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 12-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's their quarterback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. You get a look at the Pro Bowl quarterback in his 13th season now out of Cal, Aaron Rodgers.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it?
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Eddie Lacy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. Spinning away. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Second down following the incompletion.
Back to Philly. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
He'll drop to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
First down, Rodgers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Rodgers now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. On second down, here's Rodgers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Good coverage there, an even 50-yard punt. Leads to a return of 5. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Our focus now moving to Dez Bryant as he heads back out there. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Going right side, he has Winton. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front as we send you over to our headquarters. And before we could even hear from Larry, we're back and ready to go in Week 5. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And while there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window. They've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. And he's got some space here. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up fourth down. On now is the Packers punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done. One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball to the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 30. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. Now, remember, they had 2 last week in the win. Obviously losing here.
Well, you talk about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team, and he had an opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Bryant with a catch right side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And again this time to the tailback. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Back now here on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Complete to Jason Witten. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment and shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game, as we've seen in this one.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
It was 4th and 2, and somehow he managed to get 3. Great leg drive and plenty of determination.
Now it's Rodgers. And complete on the right side to Bennett. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. That's complete right around the 8. And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Rodgers again now. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers get a score closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. And they take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
No, check, Patriot!
And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams...